Tonight on Cougar News, after coming to an undecided vote this morning, thousands anticipate the naming of the new pope.
Plus, Senses on Main is making a comeback with a spectacular cabaret show.
And the baseball team is back in action. Find out the latest scoreboard. Cougar News starts now.
This is Cougar News.
The Vatican has finally concluded its conclave as Cardinal Jorge Mario Bergoglio of Argentina has been elected. Cardinal Bergoglio has chosen the name Pope Francis I. Prior to the election of a new pope today, Carlos Ravello tells us more about the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI.
Pope Benedict XVI resigned from his position as the leader of the Catholic Church, citing health issues, stress, and his age as key factor for his decision. At 78 years old, Pope Benedict was nominated at an age when most priests resign. More than half of the Catholic Church followers being Hispanics, our next pope might be from our continent. One of the candidates in contention to become the next pope from North America is Cardinal Timothy Dolan.
It might be time. I think 34% of the cardinals are from either South America or developing countries around the world, so like from the Southern Hemisphere. Very possible that someone from the Southern Hemisphere could be elected.
The next pope will be facing several issues, and one of them is being whether or not to assimilate progressive ideas into the Catholic Church.
Over the course of time, you articulate the same truth in different fashions. To say, what's he going to teach? Is it going to be suddenly new teaching? No. We're going to continue teaching the tradition of the church. And as that is taught, it may be worded in such a way.
Italian newspaper La Repubblica claims several Vatican members have been involved in homosexual acts. This newest scandal has many in the Catholic Church rethinking the clerical celibacy vow.
We've had that practice for 1,000 years, and for 1,000 years we ask our priests to be celibate. Could it change for the next 1,000 years? Yes. Will it? That again is the power and the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. I'm not anticipating that to be true.
These are definitely interesting times in the Catholic Church. For Cougar News, I'm Carlos Ravello.
College of the Canyons will start digging up dirt on Thursday afternoon as it officially begins construction on its future administration building. Stacy Lewis has more on this project in the works.
While College of the Canyons was closed for the winter holiday break and session, the demolition of its old A building was started and completed just before the beginning of spring semester.
Yeah!
Groundbreaking on the construction will begin with a ceremony on Thursday, hosted by Chancellor Dr. Diane Van Hook. During the demolition, she revealed some of the plans for the new A building.
It'll have a bridge over to the library. The entire bottom floor will be for student services. We'll be able to get almost all of the student services, not quite all, but almost all of them in this building.
The new A building is approximated to be 46,000 square feet, 2 stories high, and is expected to have enough room for different departments of admissions, including financial aid, switchboard, counseling, and the Transfer and Career Center. The ceremony will take place at the Honor Grove's flagpole at 3:00 p.m. on Thursday. For Cougar News, I'm Stacy Lewis.
2 COC students came home with impressive honors following a 2-day conference hosted by UC Riverside this weekend. Daniel Gomez and Nathan Black of the COC Model United Nations team won Outstanding Delegate Awards. Both veterans of the team also attended the conference at Harvard and won awards last weekend at a Long Beach conference. The team, consisting of 6 members, were complimented on the strong team fielded by COC. The next conference the team is headed to is a 4-day event hosted by UCLA during spring break.
College of the Canyons hosted the Body, Mind, Wellness Healthy Resource Fair on Wednesday. The event was held at COC's Valencia campus's Honor Grove and was used as a kickoff for a 3-month-long series of seminars on various health topics. Over 30 vendors had set up booths representing different campus groups, including Whole Foods, Spectrum Athletics Club, Snack Club, Let's Club, and COC's own Health and Wellness Center. Sherry Bark, sports and wellness dietitian at the COC Student Health Center, organized the event.
Raise awareness of all the wonderful resources both on campus and in the community to help people eat well, be more physically active, reduce stress, and generally be happier. Our turnout today is actually bigger than last time, but we only have free food for the first 250 that visit 10 vendors. A lot of students are under the misconception that pizza's bad, but you can make any food healthier if you include more fruits and vegetables on it.
To learn more about upcoming seminars, visit www.canyons.edu/offices/health.
Have you heard the buzz around campus? If so, you may want to keep an eye out for bees this time of year. A swarm of bees embedded itself in a bush near the service road next to the cafeteria. Campus safety set up caution tape by the stairs to keep students out. However, campus safety also says once the weather cools, the swarm should move on.
It's typical this time of the year. The queen will relocate, and they're here just protecting her until they find a place to build their nest. So we just roped it off to make sure that nobody disturbs it and so that no one gets hurt.
Santa Clarita Public Transit is the new transportation method for local junior high and high school students. With budget cuts and the state's refusal to reimburse schools, the Hart School District decided it was best to keep more dollars in the classroom than pay for private school bus transportation. Santa Clarita Transit has been taking kids to and from school for the past 12 years, and all signs show that that change is here to stay. Along with the normal commuter routes, Santa Clarita Transit has brought in supplemental school routes to help with bus overcrowding. Students have the option to pay a $1 fee per ride or pay a monthly fee of $35 that includes not only the school route, but all main routes throughout the valley. Now we toss it over to Jesse Merrick for the latest news.
What breaking news do you have for us, Jesse?
Thanks, guys. There seems to be a lot of crime in the Santa Clarita Valley lately. 2 suspects, gang members, have been arrested for suspicion of armed robbery in a Santa Clarita parking lot on February 24th. Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's deputies responded to the 27,500 block of Whites Canyon Road after a victim reported that he was surrounded by a group of men claiming to be gang members. The victim told police one of the men was armed and demanded his property. Authorities identified Mario Garcia and Pedro Montalvo as the main suspects. The 21-year-olds are being held without bail at the North County Correctional Facility for their connection with that parking lot robbery. Sharp police work led to the arrest of a young man on probation. This morning, a sheriff's spokesman said a local deputy stopped him and found several forms of identification in his possession, none of which actually belonged to him. Deputy Jay Morales of the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's was on patrol near Hideaway Avenue and Soledad Canyon Road Wednesday morning when he saw the man who he knew was on probation. 19-year-old Nick Scarnacchia was arrested and charged with possession of stolen property. And now, for a change of pace, the city of Santa Clarita is now offering a 7-week community emergency response training program. The classes are designed to teach residents basic survival skills in preparation for disasters such as earthquakes, fires, and other life-threatening situations. For only $30, participants 18 years and older can take part in the CERT spring session taught by Los Angeles County firefighters. Classes take place Thursday nights from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. beginning April 4th and running through May 16th. That's the latest in breaking news. Get the news as it happens by connecting with us on Facebook and Twitter by searching COC Cougar News. I'm Jesse Merrick. Back to you at the desk, Haley.
Thanks, Jesse. This week may prove to be a little more difficult because of an hour of sleep is lost. Stacey Lewis set out to find exactly how students are handling the time change.
It is expected every spring. The clock springs forward an hour, and daylight savings time causes everyone to have to not only adjust their clocks at home, but also their body clocks. Some COC students expressed their experiences this week after the clock sprung forward an hour.
It's a little confusing if you don't know it's daylight savings time. For example, one of my roommates, he let me know that it was daylight savings time.
I keep track of when the sun comes up and goes down, so through that I knew the clocks were getting set back.
I definitely forgot, and I woke up extra late today and was late to my class.
Pretty much just start sleeping at around 7 now.
Actually, I am tired. I'm gonna go sleep now.
Tips on fighting fatigue and staying healthy were given by NBC News and Health Magazine. Tips included setting your alarm clock 5 to 10 minutes earlier than usual every 2 or 3 days for the next 2 weeks, avoiding caffeine at noon, going out in the sunlight immediately after waking up in the morning, but avoiding bright lights soon before bed. This will help to adjust your body clock. For Cougar News, I'm Stacy Lewis.
Some Cougars may have lost an hour of sleep over the weekend, but did you know there are items other than setting your clock forward on your checklist that you were supposed to do this past weekend? David Perez fills us in on a forgotten safety tip.
Daylight savings time. It happens twice a year, so why are we so shocked and forgetful every time it happens?
Because it really throws off your rhythm. Yeah.
Even though the idea of summertime has been around since 1895, the U.S. has been springing forward and falling back since the 1950s. But did you know there was something else you were supposed to do last weekend when you set your clocks?
Being grumpier? I don't know.
No, I don't know. What else are you supposed to do?
Twice a year, when you change your clocks, you're supposed to check and change the batteries of your smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms.
Oh, I didn't know. Wow.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Are you going to check and see if your smoke alarms work when you get home?
I'll talk to my dad about that, and I'll have him change it.
I am going to check them now.
Reporting for Cougar News, I'm David Perez. Back to you guys at the anchor desk.
Coming up next on Cougar News, Brazil, Venice, Newhall. We'll tell you what they all have in common.
Plus, don't let hunger get the best of you. Find out where you can grab a bite to eat when you're crunched for time. Stay tuned.
Art is life. Art is love. Art is patience.
Vincenzos Newhall offers the best value and great tasting pizza for all of the Santa Clarita Valley. From the freshest toppings and savory sauce to expertly hand-tossed pies, Vincenzos Newhall offers terrific service, ice-cold drinks, fresh salads, and of course, great tasting handmade pizza. Vincenzos features Friday night karaoke. Saturday night, it's live bluegrass featuring the Grateful Dudes, and Sunday, the only live local rock and roll. Vincenzos Newhall invites you to dine in or try their takeout, or let us come to you with our rapid and friendly home delivery. Vincenzos Newhall, inch for inch, the best pizza in the Santa Clarita Valley.
With the everlasting hunger of COC students continuing every day, many have wondered how long it might take for campus to open another place to eat. Jacob Johnson was on the scene as information on a recently opened restaurant arose.
College of the Canyon's very own University Center has added a new addition to the school's family of places to eat. The name? University Center Cafe. With everything from coffee and Gatorade to muffins and Frito boats, this eatery is not only an amazing place to snack due to its abundance of food that is made fresh daily, but also a great place to hang out and study.
Well, it means, new opportunities to, meet new people, stay connected with other students and just, have a good time, just chilling out at the cafe,
I think it's a wonderful place for students to meet, and I think it's a great place for them to get some refreshment between classes.
University Center Cafe for me is really helpful because I need sometimes an area to get out and actually relax and not be so loud like the cafeteria.
While most find this as a sanctuary to eat and meet, others find it as an escape from other campus restaurants.
It means a lot to me because we can stop eating Subway. We're tired of it. Not like that. It's another place for us to study, have coffee, and enjoy ourselves, and meet other people too in the same class. So it'd be a beautiful thing for us.
If you'd like a little relaxation time with food and studying, you can check out University Center Cafe Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. or Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Reporting for Cougar News, I'm Jacob Johnson.
American Sign Language is more than a way of speech for the ASL department here at COC. Students are taught about deaf culture and how to relate to those impaired. Cougar and Martirosian got the chance to understand the silent language.
The American Sign Language program at COC is one of the most successful programs the school has to offer, and the reason for that being is that they do a lot more than just teach their students a language.
I teach about deaf culture and difference between hearing culture and deaf culture. I teach my culture.
And before they introduce their students to the deaf culture, these professors do a terrific job at providing their students with enough communication skills to interact.
I think the most important thing is, as from the teaching perspective in the classroom, is to give them the skills that they need so that they can communicate when they go out into the deaf community. So just basic greetings, teaching them the cultural implications of what is appropriate in deaf culture, what is appropriate to do, behaviors, turn taking, how to leave a situation, how to arrive, how to inform who you are, where you're learning, all of the standard questions that are asked.
I think the best thing about the program here is like the impression it leaves and how they think about deaf culture, and they go out and meet deaf people and learn the culture or inform people about deaf culture.
I don't think that getting students to understand culture and the implications of a different culture and going out to the deaf events is a difficult thing for us. It's not a challenge in any way. I do think that it's the scariest thing that 101 students have to engage in the semester.
But there's still something about this particular ASL program that sets it apart from the rest.
What we do is we do a lot of interactions and activities in the class, and that helps us really prepare for our career in sign language and helps us really get our feet wet, helps us to really know exactly the things we're going to be facing out there in the real world.
I think just this program here at COC has grown so much. I was here in high school taking it, and it was very small, and now it's 5 years later, it's really huge, and more people are very interested in it. So I think that it's just branched out everywhere. The deaf people know, oh, you go to COC, they know what that means.
Well, the sign language program here at COC has done a lot more than just teach their students a language. These professors have done a terrific job of not only introducing their students to the culture, but helping them become a part of it as well. For Cougar News, I'm Tigran Martirosian.
Want to reach your transfer or major level classes much sooner by taking English and math level classes back to back? Then PAL, the Personalized Accelerated Learning Program at COC, is for you. Yvette Sanchez has the story.
Accelerate your learning experience here at College of the Canyons, then the PAL program is a great fit. I asked PAL students tips to being successful, how to handle the workload, and if it's for everyone.
If you can stay on top of your work and make sure you have everything done when it's supposed to be done, then you should be fine.
Although the course is 2 8-week sessions put into one semester, most students find it fairly simple. PAL participants gave helpful tips on how to excel in the course.
One absence will kill your grade for the course, and it will also put you so far behind it might unmotivate you to do well.
Don't procrastinate till the last second, because that's what I mostly do.
I would definitely recommend it to someone that is just focused on school.
If you're looking to jumpstart your learning or just a change in pace, it's definitely something to check out. If you're interested in learning more about the PAL program, you can go to canyons.edu and type in PAL in the search bar. Or you can come to Hasley Hall, room 351, and get some information. For Cougar News, I'm Yvette Sanchez.
The Performing Arts Center at College of the Canyons recently added a new member to its family. When Adam Phillipson, the previous executive director of the PAC, resigned in September of 2012, the old adage of the show must go on was recited, and it did. Recently, COC hired Evie Warshawski to fill the vacated position with over 25 years of experience. She arrives at COC with an established list of successful programming credits, community partnerships, and arts educational programs.
On the first Thursday of each month from March to October, the City of Santa Clarita will be presenting a new monthly event. Oscar Rogel was there to catch the debut of this event.
The Art Slam debuted this past Thursday with this month's theme, Light Slam,
being showcased at the Newhall Library, the VU, the Railroad Cafe, and a few other locations at Old Town Newhall, featuring some lighting arts and entertainment.
So we have a bunch of light artists, everything from neon art to video artists and artists that paint with light. Here in the library, I have, 4 or 5 or 6 artists doing a variety of things from doing VJ work of video jockeys to our light painting folks from Cal Arts.
The way that it works is the camera's actually set up to do a long exposure time. So this way, the people, as they're making different shapes with the different colors, the camera's open the entire time and it's recording all of these trails that are being made. Actually, Pablo Picasso did it later in his life, and it's also how photographs are taken of space.
Neon artists from the Museum of Neon Arts displayed some of their work at local store J. Serrano.
What I try to do is work with the glow and the cast light and create textures for the light to interact with. And this piece here is something that I'm just now experimenting with.
Next month's theme on April the 4th will be called Green Slam, which will be art focused on recycled and raw materials. Reporting from Newhall, I am Oscar Rogel for Cougar News.
And now it's time for entertainment.
What's the latest, Moshe?
Well, downtown Newhall comes back to its senses every third Thursday of this month. This coming Thursday, March 21st, Census is back with a Carnival-themed block party. The event will include 1930s-style New Orleans jazz and cabaret show from Vaude and the Villains, as well as gourmet food trucks, street performers, and themed activities. The event is free, and guests of all ages are welcome to join in the activities. And Tuesday night at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, I had a chance to watch a megastar, Miss Alicia Keys, perform live. Her show was highlighted with a special guest appearance by LA's own Kendrick Lamar, who performed his popular song, Swimming Pools. More impressive performances are set to hit LA in the near future. Pop singer Rihanna will be at the Staples Center on April 8th on her Diamonds World Tour, and it's sure to be another great show. And also, the International Film Festival makes its round this Friday in Hazley 101, starting at 7 p.m. This week's film, A la Colaya, which means Talk to Her, follows the story of 2 women, a bullfighter and a dancer, who are both in comas. The controversial filmmaker Pedro Almodovar tells a tale of love conquering all. For those easily flustered, this mind-numbing feature might be too provoking for you. And since 2003, a local blues organization continues to keep the spirit of blues music alive. And this past Sunday was no different. Oscar Rogel was there to experience one of the original styles of music.
The Santa Clarita Valley Blues Society presented its monthly Second Sunday Blues Jam. This event allows people to come out to enjoy some pizza and as well a free night of live blues music.
We get together every month, the Santa Clarita Valley Blues Society, and we get all of our blues fans from all over the place, not only Santa Clarita, but they come from way down in the South Beach and everywhere to get together to jam.
It's about keeping music alive and about blues music and playing live. We don't see a lot of live music, especially in Santa Clarita. So for blues lovers, it gives them an opportunity to come up and play with other people that like blues music.
We have a different host band for about 45 minutes, and then anybody who wants to come and play can sign up and play during the evening. It's a chance for all kinds of musicians.
We live to play the blues, and this is a whole room full of people, like-minded people. We see a lot of friends in the audience, people that we've known from other jams. We play all around LA, San Diego, and that kind of stuff, and we see recurring people. It's a big spirit of camaraderie, a big blues family, and we like being a part of it. We're just trying to keep the sound alive.
For more information about the Santa Clarita Valley Blues Society, visit scvblues.org. Remember, it's on the second Sunday of each month, starting at 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. here at Vincenzos Pizza in Newhall. Reporting for Cougar News, I am Oscar Rogel.
And that's the latest in entertainment, and that does it for me. Back to you at the anchor desk, Haley.
Toasting for a Good Cause was the theme for this year's Wine Fest. The Michael Hoffman Foundation for Children's Cancer Research benefited from thirsty guests. Eric Saylor shares the event.
The Santa Clarita Wine Fest opened its door this year to eagerly awaiting glasses ready to be filled. Dr. Joel Fisher, the founder and CEO, shares why he feels the event does well in this area.
We're pleased for the winemakers up here that has happened, and we think that there are a lot of people here who are making wine and selling wine, and we want people to enjoy that. And we're featuring that group today.
The event in its third year featured local wineries who did the pouring, while patrons smelled, sipped, and tasted the flavors being shared.
We've won 18 awards in the year and a half that we've been open. We have a gold medal, best in class. We got 95 points on our Cabernet 2009, and then our Merlot 2009 won a gold as well.
Along with wine and beer tasting, the event also featured cigar rolling and smoking, live music, and local food trucks. One of the patrons looked like he was having a great time, so I asked him what brought him out today.
My friends have been here before. I know it's to a good cause, so we decided to come out. I mean, it's a great day, and unfortunately, I mean, even though I'm drinking beer at a wine festival, but it made a lot of sense.
The Santa Clarita Wine Festival brought around 1,000 people today and celebrated a good cause in the Michael Hoffman Foundation. For Cougar News, I'm Eric Saylor.
Santa Clarita teens from Assist Teens have once again volunteered at Lark Ranch for their annual Hoedown, where residents get a chance to dance the night away and much more.
Lark Ranch is a residential community here located in Saugus. We house 13 homes here on our property that creates a nice community of developmentally disabled adults. We're having a dance here for our residents. Our co-group here, Assist Teens, is putting on the dance for us and brought out the lovely Habit truck for us to have a wonderful lunch and a nice social gathering out here with some of the teens. The Assist Teens are a local teen group here guided by the Assistance League of Santa Clarita, and they partner with us every year and host this dance here for us. And it's a wonderful opportunity for the teenagers to get together with our disabled adult residents and commingle for a nice event.
Just hanging out with the residents here and just like spending time with them, like giving them a fun time.
Toys may not just be a childhood phase. One student has an impressive collection to share.
Plus, the golf team is making a mark on the course. Find out just how perfect the scores are after the break. Stay tuned.
Growing up, the latest Hot Wheel car or Barbie doll was on the mind of most kids. Even though most have outgrown their childhood hobbies, one avid collector shows us how his toy collection doesn't have an age limit.
As I followed avid toy collector James Frank down his Canyon Country driveway, I had no idea what I was about to lay my eyes on. A storage unit, or the vault as he calls it, lay home to thousands of toys. James has been collecting action figures
since he was a boy. Most of his collection consists of wrestlers, with a few sprinkles of one-off characters just to add variety to his collection.
I started as a kid. I'll never forget being like a little kid living in New York, and like I got to call my mom because I was sick at school one day, and she came and picked me up and she took me to the store and she bought me this like Ultimate Warrior action figure, and I was like so excited.
This vault was literally a Toys R Us, showroom condition, and almost everything was in its original box. Outfits, rings, even The Rock and John Cena.
I guess for me, the collection is based on like some things I want all of. Like this checklist right here, I have every single one of those action figures, and even more because there's more that's not on that checklist that I have. And I have one of myself that I had someone make for me. I don't really like that one too much.
Two of everything, party favors, life-size posters, he has it all.
And then it got really bad when I started like working and getting money of my own that I could just spend on toys.
I had a toy collection bug once. My weakness was Hot Wheels, but James is on a whole other level, and he makes sure you know it.
See, I rock a Macho Man thumb wrestler on my hip at all times, so people know I'm a true wrestling fan and I love toys.
In these vaults lie the jewels of a true collector. From one-of-a-kind to hard to find to a forever-growing wish list. Thousands of pieces. I thought I had a collection. I don't have nothing on this. With Moshe Milan, this is your Cougar News Spotlight.
Pro wrestling, a mixture of athleticism, characters, and even spandex. A sport with larger-than-life characters like The Undertaker and Hulk Hogan. But there is more wrestling out there than just WWE. Brawlin' Bo Cooper, a local independent, shared his story with our wrestling fanatic, James Frank.
Pro wrestling, a sport often misunderstood, but for Brawlin' Bo Cooper, it's been a 16-year journey.
I was always a wrestling fan growing up. My mother used to take me to the WWF house shows every time they came to the LA Sports Arena. And me being a fan, I'd wait outside for all the wrestlers to come out, and I'd wait to get their autographs and stuff. And the guy actually went out of his way and signed my little piece of paper. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you gonna, enjoy the show?" I said, "Yeah, I actually want to be a pro wrestler just like you one day."
I asked Bo, what's the first thing people say when you tell them you're a pro wrestler?
There's no way. Is that really fake or what? I go along my long list of injuries that I've had. Broken hip. Dislocated vertebrae, broken ankle, concussions, broken ribs. The list goes on and on.
I asked Bo what it was like wrestling at the American Legion Hall in his hometown.
Fans took well to it, and I got a lot of press from some of the newspapers out here. And so we're pulling out a little bit of Santa Clarita history here. Santa Clarita Signal, Heart District, blah, blah, blah. Tuesday, February 20th, 2007. There's your main man, Brawlin' Bo Cooper, right there, holding his world title in Newhall. SCV's Brawlin' Bo Cooper has a love for the sport. It's been a fun ride out here, and I don't know why the promoters keep going out of that building, because I think it's a little prime building right there.
Bo and I both hope to have wrestling back here at the American Legion Hall. I'm James Frank, but he wanted the last word.
SCV TV and Cougar News, you're watching your favorite hometown hero, Brawlin' Bo Cooper, and I'm letting you know to stay tuned.
Now it's time for sports.
How are the Cougars looking, CJ?
Well, Tyler, the Cougars are on an upswing. Cougar baseball team played LA Valley College Saturday, and they were looking for a victory that would put the Cougars back at 500 in conference for the first time in a month, keeping them in the hunt for playoff contention. Cougar starting pitcher Stephen Farnworth found himself in a bases-loaded jam early to start, and he walks the first run to give LA Valley the 1-0 lead. Now in the bottom of the first, after a triple from catcher Alex Bishop, COC's Chad De La Guerra plays small ball and hits it to the right side to score Bishop in and tying it at 1-1. Now in the fourth, tied at 2, Bishop didn't match the triple but gets the next best thing and doubles down the line to score Corey Sims, COC up 3-2. Next batter, it's Chad De La Guerra, and he just wants more. Singling up the middle to score both Daniel Lee and Bishop in, it would put COC up 5-2, and the game would go on to finish 7-5 COC.
I think we had 14 hits today, and that's a good offensive output. But I think we still could have had some more chances to score runs. I think we had bases loaded, no outs one inning, and didn't get any. So you hate to lose those opportunities.
We got a really good team. We've been playing hard. Struggling though. Losses and I think we've actually done a pretty good job of just trying to focus and work hard, at practice and during games, just trying to, through struggles, just staying with it and just focusing on trying to do everything right and win games.
After Saturday's victory, the team looked to carry momentum into yesterday's game against West LA. It was an all-around good game for the Cougars as well. Top of the 6th, and West LA tries to get a run in, but COC's Alex Bishop gets the throw caught and the out, showing some solid Cougar D. Bottom of the 6th now for offense, and a huge hit down to deep center by Ryan Cruz brings in 2 runs as Cruz sprints in for an inside-the-park home run. After that amazing run, Cougars would boost the lead 6-3. But Cameron Young says, hey, I can do that too. Bottom of the 7th, and a 2-run out-of-the-park homer way past center field gives the team an 8-3 lead and would settle the game. Final score would be COC 8, West LA 5. Cougars swim team had their only home swim meet of the season on March 1st and finished in 4th place. The school had a quad meet with Western State Conference rivals LA Valley, Ventura, and Santa Monica colleges, with Ventura College getting 1st overall in men's and women's swim. The team's next meet will be March 23rd, located at Valley Glen College. While some COC teams are struggling, the Cougar golf team has won 3 straight matches and has gotten off to a perfect 18-0 match play start, and they just keep on rolling. Our own Tigran Martirosyan caught up with the team during practice.
There's no other way to put it. The golf program at COC is simply remarkable, and this year's no different. They're 18-0, and they don't care who knows about it.
Think about golf in high school. Who plays golf? Think about golf. It's the nature of the beast, and it's something that over the years that I've been coaching, I've gotten used to, and that's okay. I mean, when we play well, people hear about it. When we have issues, they probably don't hear about it, which is kind of nice in itself. People are out here for it's the love of the game, and it's the love of the sport. It's not the love of notoriety.
That's one of the reasons why they continue to win year after year. These players care about nothing else than golf. They know it's all about their game and how they play it.
We haven't quite hit our peaks yet, so that's good. We're hoping to peak at the end of the season. We're all bonding pretty well as a team, so it's looking pretty good. Maybe just a few more practices. We're going to work on the short game. That's basically it. I'm feeling pretty good about this team this year. So.
I think that we can all play better as individuals, so I think if we all kind of focus on our keys as far as playing well by ourselves, it'll help our team out.
As great as 18-0 may sound, this is a program that expects to win state championships. And to do that, there's still room for improvement.
I think we need to have 1 or 2 players step forward and really establish some kind of significant leadership role on the team. Every year that we've won the state championship, we've had 1 or 2 players really assert themselves as a leader.
Coach Gary Peterson just said it himself, golf is not a sport that's followed by a lot of people. And this isn't a team that gets a lot of coverage. But as shown by his words and the team's current record, all they care about is winning.
Cut! Yes, sir! Got
it! For Cougar News, I'm Tigran Martirosyan.
That does it for this week in sports. Back to you guys at the anchor desk.
With innovative choreography, exciting cheer routines, and quality cheer athletes, it is no question why local cheer organization, the SCV All-Stars, have been given the opportunity to perform at the summit, the newest competition made for only the best cheer teams.
Danielle Wick, owner of local cheer organization, the SCV All-Stars, has been invited to compete at the summit, a competition created for the best cheer teams from across the country.
This year there's a new competition, and it's held in Orlando, Florida, and it's called the Summit. The Summit is the best of the best. It will take teams from all across the country that have won in their division at different competitions, and then they'll all compete for one grand champion title in Orlando.
Working with cheerleading students since 2003, Danielle has created a cheer program that continues to exceed expectations.
I think the biggest difference between my gym and other cheerleading gyms is our focus on young kids and their families. We're very family friendly here at SCV, and so other gyms are a lot more hardcore when it comes to missing family vacations in the summer or family time.
Currently, WIC is only taking her Senior Blue Level 3 team to the summit.
We have been training a little extra. Normally the teams work about 5 hours a week, and these girls have been training about 8 hours every week. And we're really working on perfecting every aspect of the routine.
Coach Anna has been a cheer coach at SCV All-Stars for the last 3 years, helping direct the team to championship glory.
Right now we are in the middle of our competition season, so we are doing a lot of full out tip practices, which is where the girls or boys do all the skills involved in the routine. They do all of their tumbling, all of their stunting, all of their motions, all of their jumps. So we do a lot of that so we can clean it up and everything can look sharp and tight. And we are sure everything will hit, because you never want to go out on the competition floor afraid that something is going to fall or it's not going to be perfect.
With hard work, the SCV All-Stars will confidently perform their ultimate best at the summit May 4th through the 5th at the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. Reporting for Cougar News, I'm Jacqueline Sepulveda.
That does it for this edition of Cougar News. I'm Haley Cook. Remember, you can catch us on the web at www.cougarnews.com.
And I'm Tyler Whiting. You can also send us news tips and story ideas at cougarnews@canyons.edu. Good night.